elementary before. Outside of working with my nieces, doing stuff with my nieces, and then it's very informal. And they know me, of course, and they've known me all their lives, so they're very comfortable with me. But these kids, I have no idea what their level's at. I don't know where they're at in their textbooks. I don't know how much they're really understanding because it's a foreign language. And the teacher isn't really helping because she just, like, in the sixth graders, she just kind of bailed and went off and did something with the sixth graders for half the class period. Then she came back and was screwing around with the computer for the other half the class period. Not really helping out and stuff. I hope we can get some more back and forth going later, trying to figure out where the kids are at and what she expects me to do. Because if it's just on me to figure out what I'm doing with these kids every week, I don't know what the heck I'm going to do. I mean, eventually I'll figure it out. Eventually I'll figure it out. I'll get into some sort of rhythm or something. We'll get things going somehow, eventually. But right now, with it being the weird time of year where they're done with their textbooks or almost on their textbooks, they're having tests, it's almost the end of the school year. The school year itself is ending for the kids real soon. Not entirely sure when. We might have Christmas break in like a few weeks after Christmas break, 2 or 3 weeks after Christmas break, as end of the semester, end of the school year wrap up. And then March 1st, apparently, is when the new school year will start. The second graders will move up to third grade. The third years in junior high school will move up to high school. And everybody will move up a level. And then textbooks will start. And then I'll have an idea of what's going on. But for right now, it's still very confusing. It's still going kind of day by day. It's hard, but it's the kind of hard that you kind of look forward to. I mean, almost look forward to like I said, the elementary school kids. I'm still not comfortable doing the elementary school kids just because it's so new to me. This was my second day of teaching elementary school. And by the time all this is done, I'll have somewhere in the neighborhood of 45 days teaching elementary school, because I'm only going once a week to the elementary school. So that's still not very much time. It's still kind of weird and odd. But that's kind of the way that it got set up for me here, and I'm getting paid extra because I'm going to the elementary school. I'm going to another junior high school once a week, getting paid extra, which is nice. I looked at my bank account recently, my Korean bank account here, and there's money in there that I have no idea how I'm going to spend because I'm only spending like 100,000, maybe 150,000 a week, and I have 2 million in my bank account. Probably shouldn't announce that, but here it is, me announcing that I have 2 million Korean won in my bank account. I am a Korean millionaire. Woo! Yeah, it's not quite as impressive as it sounds, as the won is about 1,000 to 1 in terms of USD. But, it's nice having money. It's just I don't really know what I'm going to do with it as I'm way out here in the country. Yeah, the countryside is weird. You just can't beat the view, but I miss the city. I'll say that right now. I miss the city. I miss the convenience of the city. I liked my last apartment. My last apartment was tiny, but it was so convenient in the city. But here I am in the countryside. I'm making the best of it. It's really cool. I'm taking some walks on the weekends. They're not long walks because it's cold out there. It's stinking cold. Somewhere between, it's really cold, I don't want to go out, and I'm freezing my freaking butt off cold. Yeah, that kind of cold. It's really cold. And I'm just sitting here complaining at a video camera, and you're probably just laughing your butts off because you're sitting there in your nice warm houses drinking your hot cocoa, or hot tea, or hot coffee, or whatever the heck you're drinking. But that's my life. That's what's going on here with me. It's cold. I don't like the cold. Give me summer. Give me my summer. I'm a summer kid. I love summer. I don't mind the heat. I don't mind the humidity. Korea is probably going to be just as bad as Japan in terms of humidity, or you're wiping like a pint of sweat off of your brow in 5 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty darn humid. It was pretty darn humid in Japan, and I'm kind of expecting that for Korea. But you know what? I don't mind that very much. Yeah, it's hot, and you're like, ugh. But keep drinking, doing stuff. You kind of forget about the heat and the humidity. The cold, it just gets into you. It just gets into you, and you're freezing, and you just kind of go into a hibernative state. You're just like, I want to eat and sleep and go to work, I guess, if you want to have money to eat and to sleep. But that's the way the world is, and this is becoming my second longest vlog after my last one. Probably try to keep the time down, and I've really gone way off the topic from teaching junior high school, or from teaching the elementary school today, which was that was an experience. I didn't even get. I forgot I didn't get to the fourth graders yet. Basically, the fourth graders were easier. Yeah, they were wilder when they got into class. There's some hair pulling, like there's boys and girls that sit next to each other. And there was some fighting and hair pulling. I have to get in between there and say, stop the hair pulling, children. But they seemed to kind of grasp Rudolph, and then it did take like a good 20 minutes because I was going through it real slow with the fourth graders. Probably do it at the same speed if I do it for the third graders. Again, I'm not really sure about when I'm doing the third graders and what I'm doing for the third graders. Maybe next week, maybe sometime in the future, in a couple of weeks or something. I don't really know. But yeah, they got through it in about 20 minutes, and then they had a blast with Pin the Tail on the Donkey. They loved it. They loved it, and they were spinning. They wanted to spin around, and they were having the blindfold on them. It was a little bit hard because especially with the girls, because it's not like a super long dish towel. So I'm like trying not to pull hair. The last thing I want to do is pull their hair. So I'm trying to kind of tuck it up there and get it in there. And then, yeah, it worked. It wasn't the best thing. I probably could have bought something, or I don't know, maybe made something that would have been better. But that's what I took with me today. And I'm still learning the ropes with elementary school teaching. But basically the gist of it was the sixth graders, they were too grown up, too cool for Pin the Tail on the Donkey, pin the nose on Rudolph. The fourth graders, I mean, they had a blast. They loved it. They had a lot of fun. I mean, they're spinning around. The kids he's holding the nose in his hand. He's going. And the kids are all like, the kids are shouting, they're like left, right, and this way, go. The kids had a blast with the pin the tail and the pin the nose on the Rudolph. They had a lot of fun with that. Didn't even have to do the Santa game, which was really weird, and that didn't work very well anyways with the sixth graders. So it wouldn't work very well with the fourth graders, who were even at a lower level than the sixth graders. Maybe a Christmas ball catch would have worked okay for them, but the pin the nose on the Rudolph wasn't working so well. We just kept going till the end of the class period. And that's basically all I got for you guys. So I'll see you next time, whenever that is.